Hello. Do my eyebrows always go up when I say hello to y'all? Excuse me, let me get comfy. Hello. Yeah. Hello. That's not good. Hello, eyebrows. Hi. Hey, how are y'all doing? I am gojenn. This is the 123rd episode of the gojenn podcast, and I am your hostess, gojenn. 123. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, sorry. Anyway, welcome. How are y'all? Have you had a good week since last week? I hope so. Do you notice any new accessories I may be wearing? Newly finished. Newly finished. Yes, this is my Metro kerchief. I'm not sure the name of the pattern designer. You can find it on Ravelry. I believe it was a pay-for pattern. You can see that it has a nice, this is the back side, this is the front side. I did not style this correctly. You see the pretty lines and the texture that is what this is. I am wearing it. It is Metro kerchief is the name of the pattern, and I am wearing it kerchief style, which is with the pointy end. Stab it with a pointy end down. Now you can see the texture, and then you bring the tails around the front, and that helps keep it secure, especially if you're wearing it under a jacket or something like that. But this is one lovely way to style such a beautiful handmade accessory. Finally finished. Yay me. And now I'm taking it off because it is, I'm red, it is maybe 95, okay, 89. Okay, it's really hot outside. Today is August 20th, 2017. And who wants to know how old I am? The first time I got married, I've been married 3 times. The first time, this was my wedding day, August 20th, 1977. Yes, we did have cars back then. That was the first time. And it lasted for like 17 years. What, isn't that enough? Was for me. Okay, I want to welcome you, especially if you're coming back because you've been here before. So I hope you've enjoyed yourself. If you're new, thank you. I know there's tons of podcasts out there, so I appreciate you taking the time to share with me. And this is mostly crochet, some knitting, some books, some painting sometimes, some movies. I tell you what's going on. I have, let's see, I had 2 public service announcements this week. Maybe I'll remember what they are. Okay. I am new. I've gone back on Goodreads. Excuse me while I lean. On the Goodreads website, I got on it years and years and years and years and years ago. Let me see what my username is. I don't remember. This is my Kindle. Hello, me. I don't know who I am. How are y'all? Doing good? How's the weather? Okay, here we are. Good weather. We've had a lot of hot weather here. And that's one thing that I'm a little bit concerned about since I'm planning to do the daily vlogs, an entry every day video into September. But I mean, when I'm hot, I'm grumpy. So be warned. I don't see my name. I think I'm Jen on here. That just doesn't sound right. Maybe if I view my profile. Yes, that's what I wanted you to do. If I wanted you to not do it, I wouldn't have told you to. Do you ever get annoyed when they come back and they said, are you sure that's what you, because you're thinking when you look back, it's going to be what you wanted. But no, it's a question saying, are you sure? Darn it. Yes, Jen. Jenn. I'm on Goodreads. You can't see that. Sorry, that's not going to work. But, oh, I know. I have notes and everything, but I don't always write my notes down. 2 public service announcements this week. The first is I have found a new site that has a lot of free, that's spelled Free, books. If you remember, the series I started the other week was Magic Bites by Ilona Andrews. I have, since last week, I finished the second one, which was Magic Burns. And I have finished 1 or 2 of her little short stories that were kind of before everything starts, which is interesting. It's given me some background into a character. And the site is 8novels.net. Can you see? 8, the number 8, novels with an S, .net. Go there. I don't know what they have. I think it's mostly series, which, if there's one thing I hate, it's having a series that you can go somewhere and get, and they've got 1, 2, 4, and 5. I won't read 4 and 5 until I've read 3. I'm crazy like that. That's one of my crazy things in my head. So anyway, they do have series, and they seem to have many in this series that I'm reading now, this Ilona Andrews, because I'm loving it. I love the way she writes. It's in a kind of a dystopian future where magic and technology are still existing together, but never at the same time. So like magic may go up real high and the tech turns off. The electricity doesn't work. And then magic just turns off and electricity's high. Your car works, your TV works, your phone works. But when magic is up, no car, no TV, no street lights. Really interesting the way she's done this in a same but similar Atlanta, and that's where the series is based, is in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's I finished the book this week, reading it like on the Kindle. You can read online. I have not seen where you can download the book so that you can download it and take it with you if you're going to be offline. So I have had to do that reading at home when I am on Wi-Fi. Guess what that means? That means that once I finish the beautiful, beautiful, magical Metro kerchief, I haven't done a whole lot more crocheting this week. But first, that was your first public service announcement, PSA. And when I hear PSA, I always go back to high school and think of PDA, public displays of affection, because there are no PDA in high school. None, supposedly. So anyway, this has nothing to do with a public display of affection. I would hug you if I could. I like to hug. I do like to hug, unless you smell bad. If you smell bad, we might just get a quick little hug. But that's okay. I don't mind. Not judging, just saying what I like. So anyway, 8novels.net. 8novels.net. Please go there. They do have a lot of ads because it's free. So you're not paying for anything, but so you'll see ads on the sidebars. But I just increase. I can take my fingers and swoosh them, and it makes the print larger, and then the ads are off the side of the screen that's not on the screen. I love it. Second, PSA, public service announcement. Tomorrow, if you have been living under a rock, you won't know this. Otherwise, you've heard so much about the eclipse. The total eclipse is coming tomorrow, August 21st. Here, where I live, we're going to have like a 91% view of it. Yay. I'm excited. No, I don't know if I'm excited. I'm interested. Yay. I'm not. I wouldn't drive hours to see it, as some people I know do. But anyway, I'm going to have a little pinhole camera that I view the eclipse through. I will not let my dogs outside. I'm not, haven't bought them any of the special glasses. And people are going berserk. This week, if I heard about the total solar eclipse one time, I heard about it 20 million times. And why would you wait until the Thursday before a total eclipse to start saying, you know, I need some of those glasses. Everyone's out. And panicking. What? I hope that wasn't you. If it was you, I'm sorry, but whoa. So, your second public service announcement is, don't look at the sun, people. Don't look at the sun. The best way to see the eclipse is through a viewer, like a pinhole camera that you can make with 2 pieces of white paper, a little aluminum foil, and a pen. Some tape, too. Yeah, you don't have to spend $20. You don't have to spend extra for express shipping to get here by tomorrow. Please Google pinhole camera or how to view the eclipse. Do not, under any circumstances, look at the sun. Thank you. You're welcome. Whew. Okay, so I've shown you my one finished object. I had so hoped I was going to have 2 because I worked on this. Because I've told you many times, because I've been working on this for a long time, I've told you how much I love working on this 10-stitch Tunisian blanket. And now my crochet hook is hooked through a stitch. Don't pull it out. There's my hook. I'm using an H, which is a 5mm hook. I never know. I just pick the one. If I'm using worsted, I use a fat one, like a J. See? But anyway, I am almost, yeah, I have this whole row to do across the top here, zoom, and down the side, and I will be done when I get to this point. This will be done by next week, when I will not be camping. Whoa, that was I will not be in New York City either. I will not be on the cover of the Rolling Stone. There's several things I will not be next weekend. Sorry, I'm going out to see my mom and my sister, my dad. We'll just have us a good time. My daughter this weekend is at Hungry Mother State Park in southwestern Virginia. It is a big, beautiful, mountainous park near Mount Rogers, which is the highest point in Virginia or North Carolina. I should know that, but I don't. Anyway, they're hiking, they're riding their bikes, she and my son-in-law and my grandson. So, but this week I will have time, I hope, to finish that 10 stitch. The other thing I've worked on this week is the baby blanket for my daughter's friend who is expecting. I think when I saw you last week I hadn't gotten to the blue because I started with the yellow. And it's just a mild ripple pattern, very easy to remember. Up and down and up and down, mindless, except for you have to, I started to say you don't have to count, but you do, because you have 2 in the bottom stitches, then 4 plain, 1 2 3 4, and then 2 stitches that you put 2 double crochets into each stitch. I'm not giving anything away. This is the pattern of Lucy at Attic 24. This is a free pattern, and I am using yarn. No, you are. I am. I'm using Sweet Roll yarn from Premier, and this is Rocket Pops or something like that. Yeah, I know it's worsted weight acrylic, worsted weight acrylic, and I don't see the color. I think it's Rocket Pops. It is just the these are primary colors. Primary. And this this was my crochet at work project, because you don't need to tote a pattern along or anything like that. And then so that's that. That's the extent of my of my crocheting this week. I have submitted everything to Stash Dash, which is sponsored by the Knit Girls, GIRLLS, Knit Girls. They have a super podcast, super informative, and I just love them. This isn't total because I've had more that I've added since this, but I entered the 3,000 kilometer race for Stash Dash, and I am close to 3,200. So I made my goal. Yay! Last year there was no 3K category, so I was in the 5K, and I did right about 3,000 kilometers then too. I'm just not one for using up and for having the time. You know, if I didn't have that darn job, man, it just takes so much of my crafting time to do that. Just really ticks me. But anyway, I'm very satisfied with the things I made. I finished the Snapdragon shawl. I did another Tunisian square, and I have included my Metro kerchief along with some blanket squares, because and I'm going to get back to my blanket squares just to have some extra projects now that my big projects are just about done. So that'll be next time. I'll have more info on that. Books. Let's see. Last time I told you that I was reading Magic Bites by Ilona Andrews, and I finished that, and that's reading on I think I listened to the first one on Audible. But those are books I don't like to buy on Audible, because I don't know that I'll ever read them again, because they're not like Harry Potter or Little Lord of the Rings or my Stephen King's, because those, after a year or 2 or 3 or 5, you can go back and not remember exactly how they end, because, well, Harry Potter, no, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. But anyway, I read Magic Bites, and then I read Magic Burns on this free book series website, 8novels.net. Check it out. I don't have any stake in it. I just think it's wonderful. Free books. Instead of, I want the authors to get some, you know, their due. I'm not saying that, yay, I'm cheating the author out of their money. There's plenty of advertising on that website, so I'm hoping the authors that allow their work to be there are getting a cut. But anyway, so I've read the first 2 of that series, and I plan to get going on the next one. I still have on the Kindle Molly Fide and the Land of Light, and that's by Hugh Howey. I may lose that because my month free trial of Kindle Unlimited, my month is coming up, and I'm just going to cancel that. I'm not going to pay $10 for that because a lot of the books I want to read are not included. It may be something, if you like romance or I don't know, you need to check it out and see what is available. But for me and my tastes and my favorites, they don't have, and it just annoys me. I go, oh, well, let me see if something, no, it's not there. What about that? No, it's not. That one you have to pay. Oh, this one you have to pay. So it's not a deal for me at this time. I'm going to revisit it in the future and see. On Audible, I am listening to Darknet by Matthew Mather. He is the author, if you remember, of Cyberstorm, which was the book that I didn't like because it was a snowstorm in New York City when a possible or not fluke happens in all of the internet, everything, and because then you find out that everything is run by servers on the internet, like the water company and utilities and everything. So I didn't like that book for 2 reasons. The first, anytime that you're talking about current technology, it's dated as soon as or just after the book's published. And so that makes you go, oh, yeah, that's old news. And the second reason is that things just were too convenient. Oh, New York City, snowstorm. Oh, we have got a survivalist in our little group who has a stockpile of stuff. Isn't that handy? Yeah, I want to be on his team or whatever when the apocalypse. Jeez, that annoys me. This book, Darknet, is about the dark net, the underground internet where it was like the Silk Road, where you could get any kind of drugs that you wanted, and the FBI or whoever cracked down on it and arrested maybe one person. Yeah, anyway. And so now this is talking about the dark net, and there are sites where you can crowdsource having someone murdered. And so we're trying to figure out in this, where I am now in the book, you know, well, who's behind it? And wow, they're trying to kill me and me and me and all the main characters. So they're having to try to figure it out while they're dodging amateur and professional assassins. It's not an A+, but it's a good solid C. And I can listen to this on earbuds while I'm working, so I like it. By far, I'm enjoying the Alona Andrews books 1,000 times more. I like the characters, I like the writing, I like the sassy sarcasm, the little hint of simmering lust going on, you know. That's all. That's good. I'm not a romance reader. So anyway, folks, that's all I have. And I know you're glad. This week I do plan to finish the 10-stitch Tunisian, work some more on the baby blanket, and start to get some blanket squares done, knocked out. Get them done. Get her done. And next weekend, we will not be camping, or we will not be in Vegas, or will not be in Hawaii either. So there's several things we will not be doing. I'll be here, though, hopefully, with your weekly podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and like and share and tell your friends, hey, I found this really crazy woman. You should watch her. She's, it's usually less than 30 minutes of your life that you won't get back. Hey, it's fun to have something to listen to or to watch while you're doing your crafting. And I hope that you're crafting out there right now. So until I see you next week, I wish you nothing but love and laughter. Remember, don't look at the sun.